into a new stage, having new lineups, having new members in the team, they would definitely face a little bit of trouble at the start when they want to kind of adapt that and blend in together to have that team chemistry. But in a sense, it is at a critical point in the Guyana Premier League as well. So even though we are calculating by circuit points, so even if they don't play so well at the start, then they can still come back in the later seasons. But in the sense, coming into the end of winter season, when we go into the playoffs, then it will affect their chances for going for second position at least.
Yeah, and look at where SF5 is at the moment. Both supports actually warded out the red side, the lower side jungle, and it seems that SF5 is waiting for the SGS invade into the red, and they're not getting any of that at all. So it seems that SGS may choose to take the long route over. They have actually warded the entrance of their blue buff as well as the entrance of their red buff. It seems that SF5 may just start their regular buff control.
So I kind of agree with the decision of the Sentinels here, given the sense that SF5 definitely have a stronger level 1 fight because of that cocoon possibility, that counter-strike possibility, or even a Zenith Blade coming in from 8 could just lock all 5 members of Singapore Sentinels, and you do not want that to happen at a level 1 fight.
Yeah, and it seems that Egg has indeed leveled up his Zenith Blade, and now Stalkang is gonna go to the jungle in the normal jungle path. They're actually trying to ping out this wall. Hopefully that no one is actually there, so no levels yet and no fights at this moment. So the junglers are just going to start their regular buffs. It seems that SGS is going for that lane swap, so they want to put Chowie and Kailing up against Goni. So like you said earlier, they do not want to face up Leona in the lane because Jinx may not be one of the best laners to go up, may not be one of the best champions to go up against a Leona early.
Right, and given the sense, you don't want to really just get caught out in the lane and just die off in 2 trade. But something to take note of about SF5's lineup right now is that it kind of contradicts each other in one sense that between Gragas and Goni and Stalkang, they kind of sing really nicely in the pick-off composition, because once you have the explosive cast in, then you can take someone right off the bat. But at the same time, what Augustus and Egg want to do is keep everyone in place so that they can have the 2 AoE burst combination. So I would like to see how that pans out for them.
Yeah, and I really like the jungle pathing coming in from both Hallelujah as well as Stalkang. They knew that their 2 dual lanes were actually in the respective sides of the jungle, so they decided to go for the vertical jungle, so no invades, but at the level 1 stage, but still they do the vertical jungle instead, and we have Hallelujah being a little nuisance here in the jungle, leaving 1 little creep, and I believe Stalkang will do the same.
Right, so counter jungling all around the map. So between the matchup of Cryonics and TQ, who do you think will be the one to actually move around the map more? I will give it to TQ, given the sense that Gragas have a very, he has the stronger roaming capabilities once he hits level 6. And something to point out about Cryonics as well as a player.
And whoa! Goni taken down so low, that counter strike actually preventing Chowie from getting the first blood.
Gosh,
and
almost
Hallelujah nearly died to the turret there. So a great first blood coming up for that turret dive, and Hallelujah managing to pick up the first blood, so that she's going to be a very happy Vi.
Right, I think he just said his prayers there.
Said his prayers?
Okay, never mind, you don't get it. So Ben W now.
Whoa, that flash actually being burned because Stalkang used the cocoon. Ben W forced to use the flash there. Wanted to actually use the shadow dash to get the taunt under the turret, but it managing to juke that one out.
So once again, we are gonna have the replay of what happened. Or are we?
No, I think they cut.
Oh. Yeah, I thought they were going for a replay to actually show what happened in the top lane, but I guess not. Oh, there we go. There we go.
No replay.
Are we gonna have it? No.
So actually, Chowie manages to take down the first turret of the game, and SF5 is gonna respond with the kill here. No, sorry, with the turret kill as much as they can. But Hallelujah and Ben W will force Augustus, Stalkang and Egg away, and it seems that they want both Chowie as well as Kailing to actually rotate down to this bottom lane and try to fend off Augustus as well as Egg.
Right, so very good decision coming in from the Singapore Sentinels here. They knew for a fact that Saigon was kind of just sticking around in this bottom lane, so they want to just fend this 3-man squad away from the bottom lane so that they can buy enough time for Chloe and Kyling to transit back into this lane.
Yeah.
Or not, because Chloe is still up at the top.
Yeah, and here's the first blood coming in. So, as you can see, the sun comes in, Kyling taking some of the turret shots, and Goni being exhausted prevents Xiaoyi from getting the first blood using a counter strike. So, Hallelujah had to flash in and pick up that kill. And here in the bottom lane, Kyling comes in with a flash stun. Augustus uses the barrier to actually walk away. So, no kills there in the bottom lane.
Right, and Chloe is still pretty much sticking around in the top lane. And actually, having this Jinx versus Jack matchup might not be the worst thing ever.
And a great juke coming out from Xiaoyi.
Right, that's the mechanical awareness that so many players have kind of recognized him for.
Whoever knew you could actually just send Jinx at level 5, no less, to the top lane without any wards in the red side jungle.
That's right, man. So, I mean, given that sense, if you send him to a solo lane, then, you know, you would have Choi farming up and, you know, relieving away the pressure. So, you can potentially hit level 6 much faster. And, you know, having that Super Mega Death Rocket will just apply an insane amount of global pressure because you will never know when that rocket will hit you.
Yeah, and something I'd like to point out was actually Stalkang decided to start off with the Doran blade in the level 1 and still decided to transition to the machete. So I feel that, you know, Stalkang didn't really get the ganks that he wanted and needed that machete to actually clear his jungle.
So what's
faster.
The rationale for starting with a Doran's blade for a jungler?
I mean, Elise itself in spider form can deal a lot of damage, especially if she levels up W. But as I thought, TQ actually getting hit a lot in the mid lane by Hallelujah and just uses the body slam to get away from that. The flash burns as well, and a great explosive cast coming in. The divine intervention coming in from Cryonics and is able to escape away. So both ultimates burned by the mid laners, but Cryonics manages to save the flash.
That's right. I think this time around, Singapore Sentinels definitely understand the maximum range that the crew could land on, and you know, we've seen that coming in from Cryonics and Choi just dodging out rather successfully.
Yeah, definitely. And I was talking about the Doran's blade start. Earlier, I mean, Elise in spider form can deal a lot of damage, especially if you up that W onto Elise and hopefully get some early ganks with the Doran's blade to help deal additional attack damage onto some of the carries during the ganks. But it seems that none of the ganks actually kind of worked out, and it's gonna be just, you know, no aggression coming in. But Stalkang decides to go for the aggressive blue Ben W, hopefully trying to respond to this counter invasion. And it seems that TQ manages to pick up the blue buff, the Cocoon barely missing onto Ben W.
Right, something about the Doran blade start as well is that it kind of syncs nicely with your skittering frenzy because you'll be able to regen up your health much faster from the increased attack speed that it gives you. In that sense, you know, having that Doran's blade start open up some new possibilities when you go for your ganking paths per se. But not only that, it gives you an innate amount of crazy sustain in the jungle.
Yeah, definitely. And it seems that the question to your roaming earlier, Cryonics is doing a very good job of actually keeping TQ under his turret with that Righteous Fury. He has already leveled it up to 4.
Right, so possibly, you know, just applying lane pressure, making sure that TQ can't leave his lane because probably if he he goes for a gank down in the top or bottom lane, he might possibly secure a kill, but what would he lose in return? He would definitely lose that turret in exchange. So
yeah, and despite TQ actually stealing that blue buff away, Cryonix has that blue buff on him. Hallelujah able to help him out with that as well.
That's right, and something about Cryonix as a player as well, his playstyle distinctively reminds me of Westor from AHQ Esports Club. He might not be the strongest roamer in the league right now, but he makes sure that he stays in lane, he wins his lane, and then transits to mid-game with an insane amount of items and gold.
Yeah, we'll see if Cryonix actually picks up some roaming capabilities, as we have Hallelujah here trying to actually counter jungle the red buff. May spot out Goni, uses the Vault Break to go over as Goni takes away the last big golem in the double golem camp.
That's right, but that just gives away the position of where Hallelujah is, but in a sense, the SF5 can't really capitalize on that because Saigon was just sitting around in the mid lane, not achieving too much here, but this time around, Augustus and not having the best wombo combo that we were talking about earlier, so waiting to see that happen. And once again, the
great explosive cast, and same thing, the divine intervention being used. Stalkang wasn't there to actually respond to that that great explosive cast coming out from TQ.
That's right. So it just goes to show, divine intervention just negates away the huge chunk amount of damage that TQ was able to put out, and in a good time as well because he was pushed back into it.
And Hallelujah actually making the very timely rotations. Every time we see Cryonix being ganked in the mid lane, we actually have Hallelujah just coming in. Kyling also making the roam. They definitely want to put some pressure onto TQ and prevent that Gragas roam you were talking about earlier.
Right, but other than that, it's a rather conservative start, I would say, for the Singapore Sentinels. So what they kind of aim to do is to just farm out, make sure that they do have a good amount of items before transiting into the team fights, which is kind of typical Singapore Sentinel style, but in a sense they do have a good advantage. So with an early game jungler, early to mid game jungler like you kind of want to bang on that aggressive advantage that you have.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with the Vault Breaker and the Assault Battery, you will definitely see some plays coming out from Hallelujah. He's already level 7. We haven't seen any Assault Batteries just yet, but just keep your eye onto that ultimate. There's going to be a very strong form of initiation coming in. So Singapore Sentinels right now at a 14.5k gold in comparison to the 11.8k gold, and we have the explosive cast come in. The Stand United will come in. TQ taken very low. Hallelujah wants to use the Vault Breaker to actually closing the gap to get the Assault Battery, but they knew otherwise because TQ decided to flash away to prevent any sort of follow-up aggression coming in.
That's right, and the whole reason why BenW didn't join the fray was that probably stopped him using the counter-strike to, just lock him into place.
And look at how low Augustus has gotten in the bot lane.
Oh, and the Zap is barely whipping past the place. And
also
now,
actually having to flash just to get nearer to the wolves, and using the repel to actually get away. That was a great play coming out. Using the stun to get onto Cryonix, and Egg just there for the backup play as well. And a little bit of dealing going up in the top lane by BenW and Goni. And as you said, BenW unable to get there because of the counter strike.
That's right. And this time around, Sentinels spotting the position of SF5, they decide to go for the Dragon, and Kyling without any hesitation pops the Tibbers to soak up damage for the entire squad of the Sentinels.
Yeah, and well, we actually have the stun coming, the follow-up coming, and the passive being popped. Chloe actually taking a lot of damage, Egg doing a very good job, but Kyling and Hallelujah are there to respond. Great rotations coming from Singapore Sentinels. The Volt Breaker coming, will not allow battery cover. The Super Mega Death Rocket takes down Egg. A great play from the Singapore Sentinels.
Right, that's like looks like the rocket will melt down the Sun Goddess there, and we see Singapore Sentinels will be able to take out this bottom turret.
Yeah, Stalkang actually comes in to actually defend this turret, and it seems that they will push Singapore Sentinels away.
Right, so, but nevertheless, they do pick up the kill onto Egg there, and still pretty much a defensive start, but making full use of the opportunities to secure those kills as much as they can.
Yeah, we saw a great ward clear coming out from using the what was it called? The excessive the excessive force to actually prop the second auto attack onto the ward, so able to take out the ward immediately without any. And Cryonix being past that blue buff is definitely going to help. And TQ has his own blue. No, wait, he does not have the blue buff because Stalkang may have taken it accidentally.
Yeah, and it's quite important for a Gargus player to have his blue buff because that extra, cooldown reduction and that mana regen just assists you in rolling out more barrels and having that extra cooldown. Just make sure that you can spam it more frequently.
Yeah, and it seems that the first item of choice for Jinx on Childish Jinx is going to be Bloodthirster, so I hope you guys out there are taking some notes.
Taking some notes indeed, man. Yeah. I don't know, man. Do you probably whip out a notepad and start writing down Choi first item, Bloodthirsters.
Well, the VODs are going to be up, so you can always watch the VODs anytime. And Ben W just using the Shadow Dash to dodge that cocoon, dodge away from that cocoon. And actually Goni wanted to go in for the follow-up stun.
So actually all across the board we do see Singapore Sentinels leading in. In the CS department, as we do see Cryonix leading by a good 20 CS and Choi as well.
About 30 CS ahead.
30 CS ahead. And surprisingly, it is this bottom lane duo of Singapore Sentinels applying the pressure, not so much of Augustus and A, even though they do have that wombo combo potential.
No, actually we here may have Hallelujah come in for the gang. And we see that Draven ward that we were talking about just now. And the aggression comes in, the Stand United being forced onto Chavi. Augustus taken very low, flashes away from the Super Mega Death Rocket. Very close. I could see that Hallelujah wants to go in and follow up with the Volt Breaker. Actually, we have Stalkang. Going in, Cryonix with the flash, uses the Reckoning, pops the Divine Intervention and just walks out safely, picking up the kill onto Stalkang. A great kill now. Singapore Sentinels 3-0 ahead in terms of kills.
Right, so slowly and steadily making their progression and at the same time picking up this important objectives as well. Like one dragon that they took. And the explosive cars coming in, hitting onto Hallelujah, but not dealing the, necessary damage to kind of push him over. away from the lane.
And a great play coming in from Egg. Actually, almost managing to take out Chowie. Chowie picks up the kill onto TQ. And let's see if SF5 is able to follow on aggression because Singapore Sentinels is very low. Egg seems to want some blood, but no. Singapore Sentinels is able to get away.
That's right, and at the same time we do see TQ actually shutting down Choi in the process, so kind of wanting to stop the bleed there, but is it going to be too late? And this is what happened. Egg went in with Zenith and a quick body slam, actually getting dodged out by Choi there, but it does look like the Ignite's gonna, just take him out in the process. And Choi actually securing that one kill onto Egg as well.
Yeah, and Cryonix being a boss, actually bullying Goni out of his lane, forced to place the ward just to leap strike away from the aggression from Cryonix.
Alright, Style Kang now with the early oracles to deny vision away from.
Yeah, they definitely need that to deny that vision. I mean, they do not want to get picked off by Singapore Sentinels in their very own jungle because at this point of time, the item thresholds by the Singapore Sentinels, they definitely have that item advantage at this moment because Graves has not completed the Bloodthirster yet and Chowie has that Zeal as well as the Bloodthirster, so Graves hoping to get a little bit more farm, to get a little bit more kills. I think SF5 is going to want to actually get some of the kills and the team fights out.
That's right, and actually Ben W finishing up that some fire kit ready, so he will be that able tanky frontliner for Singapore Sentinels. Whereas for Goni now, he has only completed that phase, actually finishing up the Shin as well, but still no Trinity Force being completed at this point of time. So, having that stark contrast of items just goes to show that BNW will be able to win out in those trades.
Yeah, I think if TQ actually manages to hit a great explosive cast, he's able to go in for some aggression onto Chowie if he's able to displace him. And Cryonix here taking Goni very low, popping that, Divine Intervention as well as the Reckoning to pick out the final kill. Hallelujah following up with the Vault Breaker as well as the Assault Battery.
So not the cleanest of gangs, but nevertheless that did the job. And with that, they will take out the top turret. And now
the taunt comes in, following up by the Tibbers, forcing TQ to flash. Stalkang on the side, hoping to put in some counter aggression onto Ben W as well as cutting the support and top laner, making the plays.
That's right, and it does look like they would want to.
Yeah, and Hallelujah from behind, actually hoping to catch out TQ, but the rest of SF5 actually responds very well, protecting their mid lane carry.
So some flashy moves from Hallelujah there, trying to make it seem like he was going to Vault Breaker forward, but just dashing back into the jungle of SF.
Yeah, and SGS wants to put in pressure to the mid lane turret because we can see that the mid lane turret is going very low. TQ able to put in a lot of damage to the minions, unable to pull off the explosive cast, nearly knocking back Chowie because Chowie was a little bit out of position, nearly being able to pick off Chowie there.
Nearly, the keyword is nearly, and it does seem like Chowie was just too excited there.
Yeah, a little bit interesting to why they decide to blow off, but Stalkang taken very low, the flash missing, and a great ultimate stopping Cryonix from actually pulling off that follow-up. And we still have that blue buff. We have that blue buff being stolen away by Hallelujah, and it seems that SGS wants to go for the dragon play at this moment. Right, it was very funny to have them, to have TQ use his explosive barrel at that point of time because I believe they may have known that the Dragon will be coming out very soon, and they should have saved that explosive barrel for that Dragon team fight that they could have forced.
Right, kind of a weird decision indeed. We do see Chloe firing off the
airballing the Super Mecha Death rocket.
Or maybe just for intimidation purpose, but I'm pretty sure SF5 didn't see that happening.
So and a lot and good pressure being taken down. Goni wanted to get a few more smacks on the turret. Cryonics putting down the Reckoning as well as his Righteous Fury wailing onto Goni at the same time.
We do see Hallelujah lurking around the corner as well. The Board Breaker led. And the Assault and Battery, it does look like Stalkang might not be able to get out of this one. He drops back down and drops dead as well.
Yeah, and Ben W actually going on to Augustus here. Augustus has a red buff, is able to push Ben W away from any further aggression. Hallelujah with the Oracles definitely wants to clear up some of the wards. And at that point in time when they were fighting up in the top lane, the bottom in the turret gets taken down by Chowie.
That's right, so Singapore Sentinels definitely maintaining control in this one. You know, it's kind of evolving around the GPL right now. The teams, they punish heavily on the mistakes of the opposing team, like what we saw earlier, Singapore Sentinels taking away the blue buff away from SF5 once again. And you know, that's going to cripple the abilities for TQ there. And we have seen that happening quite often now with, you know, some of the teams like Piping Snipers, Assassins, and even, you know, UCAN HK. They are frequently, you know, making full use of these chances to take away the enemy jungler as much as they can.
Yeah, and like I really like the term you coined for these type. Especially during their games, the buffet style strategy. Every time you see them go on the aggressive, it's always for objectives, and they'll just continue to eat up objectives itself.
Right, but the thing about that strategy is that you kind of need to understand what is the maximum amount of stuff that
yeah, and Cryonics being taken down very low. A great follow-up here by the Stand United coming. Goni taken down very low. The flash coming out from A, and Augustus at the back lines hoping to take out Cryonics, does take out Cryonics, and will he be able to take out Ben W? It doesn't seem like that is so, because Ben W will come up as well as Hallelujah in the back line. He does have the Assault Battery, may use the Assault Battery very shortly, does use the Assault Battery, and Augustus gets taken out by Ben W. A great rotation coming from SF5. Augustus picking up the kill onto Cryonics, but at the same time the response is very good from the Singapore Sentinels. And Chowie nearly being able to take out TQ there. Now he's dealing out with Stalkang 101. TQ on the side does use that Super Mega Death Rocket. A great start coming from A. Will Chowie go down? Fighting there to back it up. Chowie not able to be taken down by A because TQ as well as Stalkang taken down very low, and Chowie fancies his chances with the turret. Will take the last turret shot and just run away with the passive, get excited.
Yeah, but effectively that was a 1v3, and actually Hallelujah going into the enemy territory really just balls deep in. But you know, at this point of time, Singapore Sentinels have already backed off, so he's not going to get anything out of that exchange.
Yeah, and the aggression coming from the Singapore Sentinels is uncharacteristic of their early game. And a great juke for that Cocoon. Will Hallelujah be called out by Augustus and Stalkang? It doesn't seem that that's the case, and Chowie just goes back to farm best.
It's just justifiable by, you know, what we're talking about earlier. It is at a point of time, you know, we are 22 minutes in, the players for Singapore Sentinels now, they do have 1 or 2 major items being completed already, so they feel comfortable enough to go in for this.
Yeah, and Cryonics on the side, she just capping out, and Hallelujah lands the road breaker, allows Cryonics to pick up the kill. A great pick off just because we have Egg here trying to clear up the wall, and even though Staokang sent one of his volatile spiders to check the brush, we actually had Cryonics sitting here and able to pick up the kill very easily with the help of Hallelujah.
That's right, and once again we do see Kailing with the Oracles now. So, you know, that's his distinctive playstyle. Go for, once you hit the item threshold, go for that. Oracles, deny vision away and then, you know, catch your opponents by surprise.
Yeah, and Singapore Sentinels definitely want to make those picks because Hallelujah, as you've seen, has been making those really clutch picks in the jungle itself, and with the help of the global presence of Shen as well as the divine intervention from Cryonics, I think they feel very safe, especially with all these shields coming in.
That's right. Speaking about divine intervention, I think Cryonics has, you know, done a really good job in timing those. You know, most of the time you negate away the key amount of damage that will do to you. Or, you know, even at a point of time where you start to call off the initiate when a member of the Singapore Sentinels get caught.
Yeah, look at how afraid Egg was just to turn that one corner. He actually had to put down a ward here. I don't know whether it was a mistake or not, but it kind of feels that they're just so wary about SGS invading their own jungle. And it seems that Hallelujah has started the Baron without the entire SF5 knowing. We actually have off to the side. Ben W has his Stand United up, and the team of SGS is starting their Dragon with Kyling onto the side, hopefully able to kind of spot out Egg. Will Egg be able to put down that ward? He actually does check the Baron pit with the, and the Assault Battery actually comes in. Followed by the Stand United, the Super Mega Death Rocket comes in, Chowie off to the side, unable to flash over the wall because the flash is on cooldown. Cryonics picks up the kill onto Egg, Chowie picks up the kill onto Goni. Hallelujah not stopping with the aggression, and the Singapore Sentinels want to go in for more.
That's right, a very well-timed assault and battery just pulling Hallelujah right into the fray and, you know, locking everyone in for Choi to follow up with the Super Mega Death Rocket. So, you know, unfortunate for him that he wasn't able to splash over the wall to join in combat, but nevertheless, he did pick up the kill. And Cryonics is well securing another kill for himself, and it does look like Singapore Sentinels will be able to pick up this turret without any challenges at all.
Yeah, no minions either, so they're just gonna tank it, face tank the turrets. The explosive cast at this point in time does nothing because Gragas only has the 18th. Holy Grail as well as the Leader's Large Rod.
And it's also a point to take note that most of them have magic resistance.
Yeah, and here's the replay coming in. We actually have the smite, the clutch smite coming in from Cryonics because no jungler was there to actually contest with the smite, and look at that assault battery over the wall. Cryonics decided to flash a hit, and Goni taken out extremely low, and finally it gets executed by the Super Mega Death Rocket.
Right, and you know, I kind of respect the plan coming in from SF5 there. They wanted to go in for the solar flare, lock perhaps Hallelujah in place, and maybe, you know, go for a quick auto attack in hopes to take away the Baron. But
yeah, and look at the pincer maneuver coming from SGS. Chowie just airballs completely the Super Mega Death Rocket. Hallelujah uses the assault battery to get onto Augustus. Hallelujah taken out very low, may die to the neck, does die to the night. Elise uses the repel, but Cryonics coming in for the cleanup, but Ben W has a quadra kill. Will he be able to follow up for the last kill? No, Staokang is so far ahead. Cryonics will come in, and Staokang actually flashes over the wall. Will he be able to get away? I don't think so, because Kailing as well as Cryonics is on to the side with Ben W actually pushing into the base. Staokang still alive. Chowie is most likely be able to pick out a kill. The repel comes in, and no, it seems that Staokang will go down. Kailing not so good anymore this game, not so good guy anymore. Actually steals the kill away from his AD carry.
Well, you know, in a sense, I like what Ben W did there. You know, he had that quadra kill for himself, but you know, when most people have the quadra kill, they want to try to secure the Penta. And once again, looking at the pincer movement, you see Hallelujah going in with the board breaker, and this time around Augustus with a well-timed flash to try to negate that away, but Hallelujah with the lockdown from the assault battery. And you know, something key to take note here, Choi was able to make full use of the wristbands here because of the AoE damage. You look at the, you know, clustering of SF5 there, and because of that, you know, Cryonics and Choi was able to put out a huge amount of damage. And the triple kill coming in, and the quadra kill for Ben W there.
Yeah, and as that replay was actually going on, SGS actually brute forced their way to the top inhibitor turret, taking it down as well. So at this point, SF5 has one inhibitor down, one exposed inhibitor, and the Baron buff on the side of SGS.
And now Hallelujah actually a little out of position there, but he's gonna get stopped. And actually, and United gets used. Are we going to see Ben W join into the fray, and together with the flash on combo as well, Super Mega Death Rocket finishes off the job on Augustus, and Hallelujah finishes off the kill onto A.
Yeah, and Chowie was all the way at his own red buff and actually managing to land that Super Mega Death Rocket. So very good follow-up from all ultimates. We actually saw Hallelujah get caught out on the side. The Stand United actually goes in to save Hallelujah and the Super Mega Death Rocket for one of the executes.
I think it's you know, it's Riot's favorite thing to do for marksmen. They like to include a global ultimate. You know, it's kind of like F arrows or shot the rod. This time around, we do have the Super Mega Death Rocket in that sense.
Yeah, it's something that players, especially in the GPL, is not very used to at this moment, because Jinx is a new champion, recently just so-called unlocked for the players to be able to use and get used to. So maybe they're not just used to seeing Jinx at the moment. And a great engage coming in. The Divine Intervention prevents any sort of damage from following on to Cryonics. Goni taken down very low. Egg forced to flash away. Hallelujah trying to chase out the Staokang. If first kill goes to Chowie, taking out Goni, and Staokang off to the side will be able to pick off by Cryonics. The Divine Reckoning, the Righteous Fury actually comes out, sorry, after the Reckoning slow following up. And it seems that SGS is willing to just go through the entire base, and Gragas is taken down by Chowie once more. Chowie is really excited, running right into the face, and it seems that SF5 is going to concede this match and they will lose this game. SGS picks up a game.
Right, fantastic game coming in from the Singapore Sentinels here, and you know, I